Alright guys, it's time to talk about Cardano once again on the channel. Now I haven't talked about Cardano since January 3rd, which is this candle right here. And that's actually for the reasons that I don't really believe in Cardano that much. Now I do hold some Cardano. I know I'm going to get a lot of comments about this probably later, but this is due to the fact that there's just very slow development in the Cardano ecosystem. Now I know they don't want to make mistakes, and yeah, maybe that's okay, but there's a lot of other ecosystems that are developing faster. So that's kind of a problem in this game. Now, another reason that I just don't believe in Cardano is not just the slow development, it's that there's not that many, projects that are of any good really in the ecosystem. So, and you can go to many other influencers and, they'll say the same things. I'm sure there's some influencer, bigger influencer that can probably explain this a bit more. I certainly can't, but I do watch videos like this. And yeah, I have to say that many other influencers have pointed the fact out that they don't have a lot of, things, or good, not things, but good projects really, in their ecosystem. So now they do have good news today. Now I did see this about an hour ago. Microsoft is coming to Cardano. They're going to sit with them on March 1st. Is that a good thing or a bad thing though? I'm not sure. Maybe it could be good for their development. Maybe it could go a little bit faster. But, Microsoft and Bill Gates, I think, was never really bullish on crypto. So I'm a little bit surprised here. Now, the other news from yesterday was basically that Grayscale filed for a Cardano spot ETF. So that's a little bit old news. But that's probably the reason why Cardano is just pumping in the last couple of days. And right now, currently almost 11% up at the moment here. No, actually, it's gone up since I looked at it a few seconds ago. Now it's about 12.2% up. And yeah, let's jump into this real quick, guys. Now, basically, we're back in the reaccumulation zone here. And, this was actually a very bullish candle. I mean, that, February 3rd, most cryptos saw a similar candle like this, where you had like a bullish, hammer candle basically. And yeah, you had a green candle here. Some cryptos had red, but they had very similar mostly. So I would say that, a lot of people are bullish on this project still. It didn't just crash down. Now I've seen cryptos that actually didn't have this candle and fared a little bit worse. But good projects mainly had this candle. So anyways, let's jump into, the RSIs here. I just want to take a look at both and see how strong this move still could be. Now, remember, this is daily time frame. Daily time frame looks good. It's coming up, and it's it was oversold basically, in the last couple of days. Getting into the neutral territory here. Now, a couple of days ago, this was also oversold on the RSI. So yeah, this looks good, I have to say, the daily. Weekly, not so good. Pointed heavily to the downside here in the Stoke. Pointed upwards on the RSI. It's kind of in the middle. So, but yeah, this is heavily to the downside. Now, let's take a look at the monthly real quick. Yeah, actually pointed to the downside really on both. Not too good on the monthly. Now, let's take a look at lower time frames here. Now, yeah, pointed heavily to the downside on the Stoke. Pointed up, though, on the RSI, so that's okay. 1 hour, pointed up. Okay, it's oversold here on the Stoke, and it's pointed pretty heavily to the upside here on the RSI. So now 15-minute, this is a super low time frame. Yeah, pointed heavily to the upside on the RSI, but it is in the overbought area here in the Stoke. So, it's kind of mixed signals here, I would say. It's kind of almost 50-50, but I do feel that it is probably going to have a pullback here shortly, just by the simple fact that I didn't count the indicators and what was good, what was bad, on the RSI and the Stoke. But I think it looks more negative, like it's going to start to pull back here. But let's see, it could go sideways, really. Maybe we had an equal number good and bad Stoke, and RSI. But yeah, overall, I don't know. It may go sideways, but basically, let's see if it's going to. Yeah, it does look like it broke out of this little bit of a trend here on the 15-minute time frame. That's a very low time frame, though, guys. Let's look at the daily real quick. Yeah, this is, it's starting to make that U shape, basically. The next resistance is going to be up here at about 85.5 cents, though. We got to break out of this, reaccumulation zone. Now, I'm glad 57 cents held up Cardano, but yeah, it does have a lot of work to do now. Let's take a look on the weekly time frame here. Yeah, bit ugly, as you can see, but, most cryptos right now are pretty ugly. So, yeah, and it kind of has made a little bit of an M pattern, although this is a little bit lower than this, hump over here. But it didn't break the M, so that's also a good thing, I guess. But yeah, let's see what happens, guys. I mean, Cardano, not the best project, I would say. There are better projects out there. But let's take a look at the tokenomics, guys. So 45 billion. Now, this is kind of a lot for me. I usually like to keep it under 10. But I always say there's exceptions like Tron, Cardano, XRP. All of these have really big, followings. And so, yeah, these tokens tend to get eaten up really quickly. So, yeah, I mean, there's a big fan base, big community, basically. That's the word I'm looking for. But, yeah, most of this is out. There's about 10 billion that is not out. 9 billion actually. So yeah, that's okay. Now all-time high for Cardano was $3.09. So you're still getting a pretty good discount here at 75% down. Now, do I think Cardano is going to go back to $3.09? It has a chance, guys. But it's really struggling, like most cryptos, and many cryptos to me don't look like they're going to their all-time high. For example, Harmony One, still at 1.5 cents. Will it make it back to 37 cents? That's like a 37x. Now for Cardano, it's what, like a 5-6x here? Not too bad. So yeah, it could, but it needs to get a move on. And I really say that with urgency for most cryptos, not just Cardano. They really need to start getting a move on. Otherwise, they're not going to meet their all-time highs again, not this cycle. Now, the Fibonacci actually has the top up here. If you had a mega bull run, guys, it'd be $11.65 basically. Don't think that's going to happen at all. My guess for Cardano at this point is probably, I would say still maybe between about $4 to $5, if anything. So somewhere around this region here, and probably this would be a good area to sell if it reached it here at about $4.60. Is it really going to go to these upper levels at this point? Things get crazy in bull runs, but at this point, I think we have about 5 or 6 months left. So I don't know if they're going to get that crazy. On a weekly time frame, though, already. It's only Tuesday, so yeah, we almost got a bullish engulfing candle here. So that is actually nice to see. Didn't see that before, but yeah, it's almost there, guys. So that's good. Anyways, let's take a quick look at Bitcoin here. Basically, Bitcoin is just going sideways, guys. And I drew this box here for a reason, just to show people nothing has happened, yet everybody is panicking. So it's really odd to me, why we've dropped so much. I've lost thousands in my altcoins, but basically we've gone nowhere. I mean, I had more in altcoins when we were back here, and even down here at some of these lower points, I had more money. But anyways, I'm not that worried about it. I do think everything will come back. Bitcoin on a weekly time, or actually this is a daily time frame, sorry, did get support today here on about 95,000. Trying to get a bounce here right now, but we don't have that much more time in the day. Only about an hour and a half left to go. So I think we're going to lose this level here at 97,000, unfortunately. We reclaimed it yesterday. It took us many hits here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th hit we broke through it, and now we find ourselves breaking back down. So that's not good to see, guys. I don't like that, but what can we do? Now, Ethereum. On the daily time frame, actually it's my line here is holding up this price. It's very funny, guys. I just drew these lines just, you know, to show you what an inverse head and shoulders should look like. So basically here you have the left shoulder, here is the head. Now I always say I'm not sure about this wick if it kind of invalidates an inverse head and shoulders, but it wasn't a closing basis. And this shoulder is not lower than this head on a closing basis. So we may still have hope with an inverse head and shoulders for Ethereum, which would give the target here at about $5,400, guys. Now, on my other PC, I think I measured it from here actually, so it went up to like 6,000. But let's just be conservative here and say 5,400. So yeah, you know, we still have some hope. Let's see what happens now. Now the crypto market cap, and this is all crypto market cap, guys. A little bit struggling today, sitting at 3.1 trillion. We've hit this line up here at 3.19 trillion. I'm not sure why there's two lines here. Let me get rid of one. Okay, that's why that's so thick. And up here also is a double line. So anyways, yeah, we've hit it again. Didn't break through it. We've hit it like 4 times in the last week or so. And, you know, we are starting to go up here. It's rounding out, but we are coming down today, so let's see where this candle ends today. Now, crypto market cap, excluding Bitcoin, actually looks a little bit better. It's not, you know, low like the other candle, which is like somewhere down here probably. It's actually looking like it'll be a green candle today. It has hit the 1.25 trillion today and got that bounce off of it. And you can see that if we zoom in, it actually hit it almost perfectly today. So yeah, we've only hit this a couple of times in the last week though. So let's see what happens tomorrow. Maybe we hit it again a third time. You know, I don't think we're going to hit it again today. We only got like an hour and a half or less. So now, most important thing here, dominance, guys. This is actually looking pretty good. It broke down today. This is the daily time frame. I want to just point that out. Now, on the 4-hour time frame, this is what this looks like. Now, the target is down here at about 59.44. So let's see what happens. We still kind of need to break this area here, which is what, like 61.05%. So if we can do that soon, I do think we will hit this target. So that would be nice. Now, liquidation heat map in the last 24 hours. Kind of a mixed bag here, but mostly longs have been wrecked, and 221 million. That's not too bad though. Now, Bitcoin quarterly returns still in the plus, but Ethereum is way down, guys. And if we look at the February, you know, it's still minus 6.64%, so not good. Altcoin season still not here. We are at a 43 here. It went down from a 45 earlier today, so not good to see either. Fear and greed, 47, actually went up from yesterday. So yeah, we went just 4 points up, but still kind of neutral territory, more towards the fear side. If we look at the bull market peak indicators, guys, still 0 from 30, still 100% hold. The Pi cycle top indicator, guys, still hasn't crossed. You can see it still has some ways to go. We were even closer in June than we are now. Now, the CPI comes out tomorrow. Be aware of this, and you know, we do have some speakers tomorrow as well as Fed Chair Powell testifying. So be ready. Now, crypto bubbles here, guys. A little bit ugly. Only a few green candles here. Not nice to see, but hey, ADA is one of the biggest ones. So feel glad, you know, ADA holders. And yeah, if you want to stake your, you know, crypto, I was looking for the graph earlier today. And I actually found a good deal here in xt.com for 15 days of staking. So yeah, I took it 10.4%. And yeah, whatever crypto you want to find. They don't have, for example, BitGet in here, but yeah, they have most of the big exchanges. But anyways, guys, just take a look here. And yeah, if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.